guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today is a video I have not done in a very long time, let's be honest. And I wasn't even planning to do this video, but I watched Abby Young, I think it's Abby Young. I discovered her. She's a YouTuber. I haven't ever spoken about on my channel before because she is a YouTuber that I discovered recently. And when I say recently, I mean in 2021. But I was watching her video that she did, which was kind of similar, and she spoke about I think 10 things, yeah, just like this video is titled, 10 things, or rather 10 products that she doesn't buy anymore. And for me, I would say I've done a lot of videos in this series where I talk about like different categories of products that I'm kind of cutting down with my collection because I feel like they're not necessary, I don't need them anymore. So I've done a lot of videos like these. And in this video as well, there are certain categories I feel like might kind of be repetitive, but I wanted to kind of make sure that the 10 products I'm mentioning in this video, which I no longer buy anymore, are ones that remind me of when I started my journey in this world of beauty, when I started watching YouTube videos, when I started discovering beauty products. Because a lot of people who meet me today think that I am always like, I've always been this put together woman who always took care of, like her makeup is perfect, her skin looks good, always does skincare, always applies her SPF, is always feminine and like put together. But what people don't realize is that when I was in school, I was the exact opposite. Like, I feel like I should do that video. It's like a trend going on like on reels where you have to like show your before and after in like 2 photos. So there is like the stark before, which is like completely like behendy, ugly, dark, and like before you hit puberty, and then like you post a current photo which is like your best self today, like in which you look probably the most pretty or whatever, like naturally pretty. So yeah, I feel like I should do one of those videos, or like I should jump on the trend, because my before was so bad. And when I started again in the world of beauty, I feel like I was still not knowledgeable enough, or like maybe I fell for the hype a lot, and just because other people used certain products, I felt like I need to use them too. So yeah, in this video we're going to talk about 10 products that I no longer buy, because now I realized just because everyone else uses it doesn't mean I need to use it as well. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be about. The intro was super duper long, so now let's dive right into it and let's start talking about the 10 things that I no longer buy. So to start with, first, this is one that I have mentioned in the past and you guys probably know already if you're a regular subscriber or follower, but I no longer buy eyeshadow palettes. And not just eyeshadow palettes, but I feel like even eyeshadows in general I don't buy anymore, because I can easily use like a bronzer shade, a contour shade, or like a highlighter that is not blinding, so like a very subtle like sheer kind of highlighter. I can just tap that on my eyelids, or I can use a bronzer or contour in the crease, and that's pretty much it. And then there are days like today where I literally have no eyeshadow on. It might look like I have a little bit of eyeshadow, but that's just the natural pigmentation of my skin. So yeah, there are days where I don't care about eyeshadow. There are days where I'll just put anything in the crease. I'm not really an eyeshadow person anymore. For the longest time I felt like I need to be, because I needed to be because everyone else was, but now I realized that just because everyone else does something doesn't mean you need to do it too. So yeah, no eyeshadows for me. Moving on, next, again the second one, and pretty much everything else is what reminds me of like 2015, 2016, when I just got into skincare and makeup, and that is products. And it's just like a broad category. I don't have like a specific product to talk about. Like basically products that just said, oh, pore tightening toner or brightening serum or anti-acne serum, but they didn't actually have the ingredients in them. Like a serum that says it's a brightening serum, but it doesn't have any brightening ingredient, no vitamin C, no alpha arbutin. Like alpha arbutin is more popular now, but like back then 5 years ago there was no alpha arbutin in India, at least not like over the counter, widely well known. It was probably still available in like pharmacies and stuff, but yeah, products that don't have active ingredients, or they just say that they will do something, like they claim to do things but they don't have any ingredients in them that are supposed to do those things for you. So like an anti-acne serum without salicylic acid or without benzyl peroxide, I'm just like, what? Like I cannot believe I used things like again, the biotic toner. There are so many, again, even Himalaya like moisturizers and stuff, biotic moisturizers, so many just like vague products that I used. And how I was like not knowledgeable enough, like I didn't have the knowledge when it came to like skincare actives and like what is good skincare and what is just blah skincare. Even Face Shop, to be honest, like I feel like, I don't want to say that, but like the Face Shop and even Innisfree, these are all brands that don't really have active ingredients, and I don't understand what the hype is all about. Like just because every single blogger did a sponsored campaign or like something like that of those sorts with them, and again, just vague products. Like it's not just the cheaper brands, but even like some well-known brands. Like I feel like I'm being really shady when I say that, but it's true. So yeah, I don't know why I wasted so much money for years on like vague skincare products. Like I say this like sometimes when we're like just friends and talking, I always talk about this, that you know, that when, if I ever have a child in the future and if I have a daughter, the first thing, like apart from everything else that I will obviously teach her, I will also teach her to take care of her skin, to use good skincare, good makeup, good ingredients, and really focus on that, because I feel like my mother never taught me all this because she did not know anything about it, but now I do. So I will make sure that every future generation in my family knows about it. So yeah, that's that. We spent quite a while talking about it, but moving on next. Compact powders, and when I say pressed powders, I'm specifically mean products that have like sheer coverage. Like I think it's very rare to find a powder that has like, you know, medium to full coverage. So I would say again, those sheer products like the Lakme compacts, even the Maybelline like super fresh compacts, I think that's what it was called. So yeah, there are a ton of brands who have pressed powders where you have to kind of like shade match yourself and stuff, and those products had like very sheer coverage. They did not even mattify the skin really that much. So for me personally, I was just like, why am I using it? They don't have enough coverage, they don't mattify the skin. Like what kind of skin concern are you trying to treat, or like what are you basically helping with? I don't understand. And again, I'm just like, why did I buy them, and not like shading the whole category, because I do have some translucent powders in my collection which are in the pressed form. Again, one that I'm wearing today actually is one by Faces. Actually, it's right here. Let me show it to you. This one is the Faces All Time Pro Finishing Touch Setting Powder. So this one is like a white powder, but it doesn't like look so white on the skin. It looks pretty much translucent, which I really like. The Makeup Revolution one, on the other hand, the Bacon Blot one, is not really that great, but yeah, I don't think pressed powders are generally bad as such. Is this my absolute favorite? I will let you guys know eventually, but the compact powders in general, the one with like sheer coverage and like where you have to like shade match yourself, those ones personally for me are just like a no because they don't solve any purpose pretty much. So I'm like, why am I even using this? So yeah, it's been a long time since I've bought one of those, and I'm very happy. My makeup is much better and it's more functional. So yeah, that was that. Moving on, next is a body mists and fragrances in general which don't last super long. Now there are times where I blind buy perfumes. Like I just filmed a video literally today itself, some time back, which you will probably see much before this video goes up. It's a chit chatty like perfume related video, but I talk about how for me perfumes have to be long lasting. It's very important, and I don't think that a perfume that doesn't last super long, like I don't understand the point of it for me personally. So body mists, fragrances, deos, so it's been like a long time since I've bought a deodorant, but yeah, even body mists, fragrance mists, or even perfumes that don't last super long, I might buy like smaller sizes to like try and test out if they're super popular, or if I just want to try them for the sake of it. But I will not buy like a full size or invest in perfumes that don't last super long, because I kind of think they're pointless. So yeah, that was that. Moving on, next, the next category I've again spoken about in the past, but hair conditioners in general. Again, I think that they don't condition and nourish your hair enough, and you're washing it off super quickly as well. So then it's like does this even have enough time to actually nourish and condition the hair? Hair masks are so much better. You generally leave them in for like 15 to 20 minutes minimum, sometimes even half an hour, and those, I think, I wouldn't say all, but a lot of them do make at least a little bit of difference in the hair. But hair conditioners, I just feel like, again, why was I buying these? Like, I've used hair conditioners in my life for so long. Even like, when I was in school, I was younger, I would shampoo my hair then use conditioner, but I would not notice any difference after using a hair conditioner. So I was just like, why am I even using it? Like, I think about it now that it's pretty pointless. So yeah, moving on, next, another category, and this one I probably have not mentioned in the past, but face masks. Being someone who has oily, acne prone skin, face masks were my jam for the longest time, for like 4 5 years at least. But I think 2020 winter is when I really stopped using face masks completely. So it's been over 6 months that I haven't put a face mask on my face, and my skin has never been better. I'm not saying that face masks were ruining my skin, but I thought they were doing a lot for me, but they weren't really doing much. And I realized that now, because if I was not using a face mask and my skin is still pretty good, definitely like face masks weren't doing as much for me. So yeah, I've just eventually realized that they're not as great as most people say they are. Again, it's very much for personal preference. If you love using face masks and you think they genuinely make a difference to your skin, then continue using them. But it's just something that I don't think I will ever buy again. In fact, I have so many face masks in my collection that I'm either decluttering to friends, or I'm gifting it to like people as well, if they're like new and unused and stuff. I also try to like sell them on Instagram or through like pages who like are into thrifting and stuff. That did not work out great, but I'm just trying to get rid of all the face masks that I have in my collection by giving it away to people in my life, so that at least they can use them. So yeah, that is that for me. Face masks is just something that I don't think I have the time or energy to invest in anymore, so they are no for me. Moving on, next is toners, and when I say toners, I don't mean AHA BHA toners or like active based toners. AHA BHA toners are my favorite. They will always be, because that's how I get the AHA BHA step in. BHA is not so much, but generally AHA is more so. And then there are products like the Pixie Clarity Tonic, which have AHAs and BHAs both. But I'm talking about toners which are not chemical exfoliation toners, let's just say that. So anything that is just a face mist, that is just a hydrating toner. Even vitamin C toners and niacinamide toners, I haven't really noticed much of a difference with, to be completely honest. So yeah, all of those toners I've bought for a long time, again 5 to 6 years. But now the only toners I will ever buy are AHA BHA toners. That is it. No more toners from me, because again, they're just unnecessary. And for people who say that toners help in absorption of the products, like better absorption of the products into the skin, I know that a dermat's advice should not be like pathar ki lakir, but dermats, I've never seen any dermat really talk about how toners help in the absorption of actives or like serums and stuff like that, which kind of makes me think that it's something that bloggers and like people have just started coming up with this, because dermats have been doing their job for centuries, I'm pretty sure, like at least a century or more, and they have never talked about toners. So they are like the ultimate epitome of knowledge, and if they are not saying that toners help with absorption and they don't use them, they don't recommend them, then I kind of don't really like, I don't want to like diss anyone's opinion, but yeah, I'm just not a toner person anymore. Let's just end this with that. Moving on, the three categories, and the two categories out of the three that I have left are again makeup products that so one I kind of started using because again, kind of like everyone else was using, so I felt like I needed it, and that was mascaras. So I didn't start out with using mascaras back in 2015 2016 when I got into makeup. I was a very liner lipstick person, like literally what I am wearing today, just liner and lipstick. But that's the kind of person I was. And then eventually I was like, you know what, let's try mascaras, let's see how they work. And I never noticed much of a difference, to be completely honest, but I still felt like I should buy them and I should use them because you know, everyone uses it. But now I've just realized that, you know what, my eye makeup looks the same with and without mascara when I'm wearing eyeliner, because my eyeliner is not super thin, it's not super thick, but when I put on mascara, you can't really see the mascara because of the eyeliner. So I'm just like, why am I putting it on even if it's not visible and if it's doing literally nothing for my, like, you know, entire makeup look? So that's why I just think mascara is something that I don't personally need. I don't reach for it on an everyday basis. My lashes are fine the way they are. I do have an eyelash curler, and if I feel like I need to like curl my lashes a little, I'll just use the eyelash curler. And yeah, it makes my lashes more defined, but my eyeliner is enough to define my eyes in general, so I do not need mascara. And talking about eyeliner, for the longest time, like pretty much again 5 to 6 years, I've been using kajal pencils as an eyeliner, specifically retractable kajal pencils. But in 2020, I actually started learning to wear liquid liners. So I started with the Faces magnetized eyeliner, and then I also what I think is more user friendly for beginners is the one that I'm wearing today, which is the Color Bar All Matte Eyeliner. I think is what it's called. It's like this chota sa black color tube, and the applicator on that is really beginner friendly. So yeah, if like I've officially been a convert now, I don't use kajal pencils anymore as an eyeliner, and I am talented enough to use a liquid eyeliner. So pat on the back for me for that. So yeah, that was that. And the last category is one that I do buy, but I don't buy for myself. So this one is kind of like thoda sa cheating, but that is aloe vera gel. So again, when I was really new to skincare, I didn't know much about like the best moisturizers and stuff. And honestly, for the longest time, I felt like because I have oily skin, I should not be using a moisturizer. But then when people spoke about like the CTM routine, if you've been here since like the CTM routine days, then you, my friend, are either older than me or just as old as me. But yeah, that's when I used to prefer aloe vera gel, because again, it's a gel, so it got absorbed very very quickly into the skin. So I used aloe vera gel as a moisturizer. Like even today when I go on Instagram and like, you know, they show you like 3 years ago, 4 years ago in like archive and stuff, I've seen so many videos of me, reviews of me, where I was talking about like aloe vera gels. And even in like makeup looks, I would use aloe vera gel, like the Patanjali aloe vera gel, as a primer or as my moisturizer. So yeah, aloe vera gel, and I have had quite a bit of history, but I don't use aloe vera gel anymore. Not because it's bad, just because it's something that I feel like I don't need anymore. I definitely don't use it as a primer or a moisturizer. I use actual like moisturizers, and I don't use primers anymore. So technically even that should have been in this list, so maybe we can just add that as a bonus. But coming back to aloe vera gels, I do buy them because not for myself, actually for my mom, because she has certain allergies, and aloe vera gels or like soothing gels just help her in general with her allergies. So I do buy aloe vera gels from time to time for her, but yeah, I don't use them for myself anymore. And yeah, that was it. I'm really happy and thankful that this video is not 30 minutes long, it's under 20 minutes. So yeah, that was as short as I could make it. And those were all the products that I don't use, don't buy anymore. These remind me of, again, the OG days when I just got into everything. And when I say everything, I mean the beauty world. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna end the video right here because it is hot. I have a very bad cramp in my leg because I've been sitting on the floor all along and I am sweating like a freaking pig. So that means it's time to cut off the video. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Go follow me on my Instagram. But I'm gonna end the video right here. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.